A Channel 9 exclusive. The Case of Jonbenet Ramsey is an investigation into the death of the 6-year-old 20 years after her death. Courtesy Channel. Former FBI Special Agent Jim Clemente says the killing preyed on his mind more than all the other violent crimes and sickening sex attacks he came across in his career. So he gathered a crack team of world-leading experts to analyze the evidence, and they have agreed upon the identity of the person they believe is the murderer. We all came to one complete theory that explains everything that happened. Quote, Mr. Clemente told News.com. Oh, when a 6-year-old innocent girl is killed and never got justice, that case is going to bother you. It bothers me. The world has heard so many false rumors. The people of the community need to know the truth so they can put pressure on the district attorney. We really want this case to be solved. It's important for her to be able to rest in peace. Police initially investigated the case as a kidnapping, after pageant mum Patsy called 911 on Boxing Day morning 1996 to say she had found a ransom note demanding $157. And that her daughter was missing from their home in Boulder, Colorado. That afternoon, Jonbenet's father John found his child's small, strangled body bound and gagged in the family basement, by which time friends and family had trampled through the house, destroying forensic evidence forever. The wealthy family were at first named as suspects. Officers could not find any sign of a break-in, and the Colorado Bureau of Investigation said there were indications Patsy had written the ransom note, although they reached no definitive conclusion. A police report also claimed Mrs. Ramsey had changed her story about whether she discovered the note or Jonbenet's absence first. But in 2008, the family were cleared by Boulder District Attorney Mary Lacey on the basis of DNA taken from the little girl's clothes. Mr. Clemente, a co-producer on Criminal Minds, says this was a major error. Lacey did not know what she was talking about when she exonerated the family. He said, that doesn't mean they are guilty. But the world was misled. Animosity between the Boulder and the local police force over the high-profile case also muddied the waters. The tension was exacerbated because there was so much outside media scrutiny, said Mr. Clemente. Instead of working together, they were at loggerheads. There were a lot of politics. The FBI agent worked on the case free of charge after his retirement, before finally hitting upon a radical solution to get to the bottom of the mystery, creating a documentary in the style of Make a Murderer, Serial and the Jinx, in which a team of experts dig deep into the facts. The Case of Jonbenet Ramsey, an ambitious two-part series, premieres tonight at 8:40 p.m. on Channel 9. Production crews rebuilt the relevant parts of the house in a warehouse and used state-of-the-art technology so the team of experts could test out the theories about Jonbenet's violent death. We could walk through the rooms, see the spatial relationships, test egress and ingress, who came in and who went out, and what could be seen and heard, said Mr. Clemente, being that tells a million words. His team included former New Scotland Yard criminal behavioural analyst Laura Richards, forensic scientist Henry Lee, Boulder DA's former chief investigator James Kohler, forensic pathologist Werner Spitz, and former FBI agent and forensic linguistic profiler James Fitzgerald. In the documentary, they examine the claim Jonbenet was silenced with a stun gun, analyze footage of evidence given over the years, hold extensive interviews and introduce new theories. The team will also revisit the suspects. In December 2003, forensic investigators said they had found a DNA sample belonging to an unknown male on Jonbenet's underwear. Investigators found 38 registered sex offenders living within a 3-kilometer radius of the Ramsey's home. Elementary teacher John Carr, 41, falsely confessed to the murder in August 2006 while being held on child porn charge. One-time person of interest Gary Oliver, 52, was held on child pornography charges this June. He was found with a photo of Jonbenet in his backpack in December 2000 along with a stun gun, which he said had been given to him by a friend. Ollie Gray, a private investigator hired by the family, claimed in April that the killer was Michael Helgath, a then 26-year-old whose family owned a junkyard in the city. The experts also examined the character of her brother Burke, who was 9 at the time of her death, and gave an awkward interview with Dr. Phil last week. Much was made of the fact the 29-year-old, who once gave evidence to a grand jury, smiled as he talked about his sister's murder. But Mr. Clemente said it was irresponsible to try to do a personality assessment from a TV interview. Instead, the analysts looked at interviews and behavior over a far longer time period, which told them a tremendous amount more to be revealed in the program. What is central to this confusing case is Jonbenet's visible profile as winner of titles including Little Miss Colorado, America's Royal Miss, National Tiny Miss Beauty and Colorado State All-Star Kids cover girl. She was exposed to more people in the world, said Mr. Clemente. Most 6-year-olds live sheltered lives. She was out there in public, in parades. She could have been noticed by a sexual offender. It's no wonder we're still searching for answers. Perhaps we may still find them. The Case of Jonbenet Ramsey, a two-part series re-examining the sensational unsolved murder of a child beauty queen, premieres Monday, September 19, at 8:40 p.m. on Channel 9 and concludes on Tuesday, September 20. Investigators demo a stun gun to delve into a theory from the original case. #TheCaseof Jonbenet AQT #SneakBigPic. Twitter.com/0DY2WNG3J